Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe were set free by Rumpleforeskin, who helped them see that Denton Arthur has always been the Dark Lord of this realm. They faced off with flamethrower-wielding robots, but upon closer examination, they determined that the robots were the former citizens of Denton's village, and their constant refrain of, "We protect the town," was their desperate attempt to communicate. The boys armored themselves with pieces of robot, and Dell eagerly accepted Lucretia's assistance in exchange for a kiss, receiving in return most of Adam's bag of holding and Denton's location. But are the troupe prepared to meet another Dark Lord? I doubt it.
If this is your first time joining Jesters of Ravenloft, 4 comedians got sucked into Ravenloft. They've all become various D&D classes. They all have gifts and curses. They've been battling their way through 2 different horrifying domains and are finding themselves facing off against Denton Arthur, an elderly artificer who they've discovered, essentially been the Dark Lord of this realm the whole time, who they thought was an ally. He'd been doing horrifying things, putting almost dead people inside robots and forcing them to work for him. These guys have escaped prison before they were chopped up to make new body parts for him to experiment with. They have claimed some weapons and are making their way to finish him off. That's it. That's the intro. All right, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. Speeches have been made. Robots have been hollowed out and put on as outfits, and you are carrying a variety of weapons. I will remind all of you, just so we've got this locked down, Shadow Nemesis and New Rogue, you are both wearing robot armor, so your ACs are going to be 13 plus your dex. The other 2, you are not wearing robot armor. You're just going as yourselves. It was a little too icky, which makes sense. And in terms of weapons that you have in hand, Dell, you have the equivalent of a dagger, because you have a broken off sharp piece of a robot that you took from out in the hallway.
Yep.
Tyler and Guy, you both have robot rifles that you are carrying. They are simultaneously hefty rifles with a very thick kind of barreled end with a blade on it. So you can actually use those as melee or as ranged weapons. If you want to shoot the rifle, that's great. If you want to use it as a bayonet or hit somebody with the stock, you can also do that. Here is a question which will affect your proficiency with these weapons. Do either of you have any experience with guns in real life? Like, have you ever gone to a shooting range? Have you ever fired a gun as yourselves?
Yes, but it's a BB gun, but it was a BB gun rifle. Because my dad was 100 years old and is like, a boy can get these, also just like an airsoft gun. And then there's just the good old fashioned Nerf and water guns, but and paintball.
Great. So I will say you have the muscle memory for this, so your proficiency will apply. So if you were shooting the gun, it's going to be your dexterity plus your proficiency as your bonus. For bayonet, you're hitting somebody with a stick in some ways, so I'm going to say that's strength plus proficiency. Tyler, have you ever fired any kind of projectile weapon?
Yes, I have, yeah. A few. All the ones that Guy has talked about, and also real guns.
Okay. Yeah. We won't ask any more questions about our favorite, apparently real-life criminal friend. Adam should have brought him to that quarry. All right, fine. So Tyler, you will also be able to add your proficiency. So it'll be dex plus proficiency for firing the weapon. The one thing that you guys can feel about these guns is that they are a little more fragile than the traditional weapons that you would be using. So I'm just going to make a note for both of you. If you roll under a 10 total, you will either run out of ammo if you're using the ranged weapon because it's limited ammo, or you can break the bayonet on it and no longer be able to use it as a melee weapon, just because they're intended to be carried around by robots at range. And I feel like your use of them perhaps may be a bit more robust. Adam, you are carrying a flamethrower. With an extra fuel tank. So you have 2 fuel tanks and a flamethrower that you are ready to use one-handed. That is a dex saving throw for anyone who's caught within the cone of fire. So you don't even have to roll to hit. It's very hard to miss with these things. As long as your target is...
Hang on. Adam, have you used a flamethrower in real life?
When I help my wife with some of her weddings, I am in charge of lighting the candles. So I need those really long, those barbecue lighters.
Yeah.
I use a barbecue.
Okay, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is +1.
+1. Okay, it is going to be DC 11. You will not get to add your proficiency to this one because lighting candles at a wedding is very different than using a flamethrower.
Your flame gets pretty big. I'm just saying, but I understand. Okay, so they got to make a throw. So if I point it,
they have to make a saving throw if they are within a cone. I'm gonna say within reason. There is the ability, depending on. I mean, despite the fact that they're like the hideous war crime that no country should use, flamethrowers can either be almost like a straight shot or a cone. Like you can widen out the spray if you want to. We're going to play within reason on this, but the max range on this we're going to say is about 30 feet for you.
Okay, so if I put it against like someone's forehead, it's like, do they need to like roll a dexterity save, or is it just like?
Well, I mean, they might try to if they're standing still and don't see it coming, then maybe you could just do that. But in combat, people generally try to move.
All right, I see.
Touche, LaPlante.
You've also got your Nemesis axe on your hip. I will remind you that, Tyler, you have the magnetic cape.
Yep.
And I think that's about all the gear that everybody took. Almost everything stayed with our dear friend Shadow Nemesis.
I tried.
You knew that after the speech, you were going through the door into the final battle. When you open one door, just across the hall, there is another door that Lucretia Sanguine has told Dell, and Dell told the rest of you, is leading to this final combat. Is there a particular way you want to line up on the door? Right now, Rumpleforeskin, Dr. Deputy, the Noblin, and your dear friend Jack Magnum are staying outside to fight any robots and keep them out of this combat area. But how do you guys want to line up on this door? What's your approach for going through?
I would suggest Dr. Deputy go first and maybe use his little doll head to kind of like peek in, get a look at the lay of the land, and maybe report back to us.
Okay, so Dr. Deputy was originally going to stay to fight robots, but you want Dr. Deputy in the room as a scout.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, okay, you look through the door and then you go back.
Yeah, you want me to open the door and do a peek?
Just a little peek. Just open the door a little bit. And
Just
then,
a little peek, okay.
Yeah, and then look inside, tell us what you see, keep an eye out for any keep an eye out for his wife. Mental note of that. And then tell us what you saw quietly and then go back there.
Okay, so I should do a peek and then look for a wife and then come back and be like, saw the wife.
If you saw the wife, tell us the wife.
Oh, yes. Only if I don't lie.
Of course. No, don't lie. No, tell us what you see.
Okay, I'm checking. Sometimes lying is evil. You lie a lot.
Yes, but don't lie to me. We need to know the truth so we don't die.
Okay, but technically I work for him.
And he points to Tyler.
Oh my God, Tyler, come on, man. Just like he'll be out here.
I like the rifle is pointed down the hallway we came from. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just like, I do not want someone to bite us in the ass right now.
I'm free now. Oh, this is the best job. Everybody shut up. I'm going to do a peek.
And he jumps up to try to reach the door. He's like, I can't reach the handle.
Here, little buddy, use Uncle Juice's back, okay? And I'm just gonna climb down just a little bit. Just
a second.
All right, come on, dude.
And he climbs up on your shoulder. And then are you bending over so he can reach the doorknob, or are you letting him launch himself to the doorknob?
It's kind of like I have my back to the wall on the side closest to the doorknob. I'm leaning down so that he can get on my shoulder, my left shoulder, and that he can reach the knob.
So you're stacked up like SWAT, ready to help him do it.
Exactly. I'm gonna get in this door. You better be ready for a peek.
Shush, shush.
Okay, just a second.
And he hits the knob and manages to twist it and goes, oh, fuck! Because he rolled in that one, and the door just swings the whole way open. You are all revealed standing there. Shadow Nemesis, Dell, Tyler. The only person who's not in sight is New Rogue, who is to the side with one shoulder peeking into the scene. What three of you see, and the fourth does not, is a large room. And you're about to look in, and that's when a bunch of magic blasts out the door. Just a second.
Yeah.
Danger sense.
That may well work for you.
Yes.
I got
learning. I did it.
That's that.
I cast comprehend languages.
And you just hear a voice from inside say, "I heard you yelling through the door!" And a blast of lightning fires out the door. Can you all please make me Dex saving throws?
But danger sense.
Danger sense, definitely for this.
That's advantage. All right.
Yep.
Saving throws.
11.
15.
I can add my. Sorry, I can add my dexterity to this to pump up
Yes,
the
you
number.
can.
Yeah, I love
Dex
it because that's a 19, man.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. You said 3 of us see it and 1 of us doesn't. I'm the one who doesn't because I'm facing backwards.
No, it's New Rogue who is
Rogue,
back
okay.
to the wall with his shoulder exposed.
Okay.
Captain safe.
Okay. And that means safe. Del, you will take full damage from this. Let's see what full damage is.
SpaghettiOs.
This bodes well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I might die from half damage. We'll see.
Usually when there's a lot of rolling, that usually means, it's nothing to
Big
worry about.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one die just keeps getting the jack die, so you just got to re-roll. But
And it's just hitting the side.
So embarrassing.
it's 1d4, but it keeps landing weird.
Somehow. Right on the
Okay.
tip.
Yeah.
It was not a great roll, but not a terrible roll. You are all racked with 18 lightning damage for you, Del, and 9 for everybody else.
What?
But my back, my shoulder. Okay.
Yeah, it's lightning, so it works its way around, sadly.
Oh.
I got that! Yells Dr. Deputy, falling off the door. And can everyone roll me initiative?
Yeah.
Can I throw Dr. Deputy back to where the others are? It's learn to open a door. And I just want to toss him.
Yeah, I would say the door swung open. He's on the outside of the door. You would have to lean around the door to grab him and toss him. But yeah, sure, I'll allow that. I'll give you that as a free action.
All right, okay. Kind of toss him back.
Can you roll me a D4?
Max damage 4.
All right.
Oh no.
You see a thud, and the Dr. Deputy does not get up, and you realize the Dr. Deputy might be dying.
Oh no!
That's the amount of force you toss him into a wall, I'm assuming.
He also got hit by lightning, so yeah, he's having a time. All right,
what
did
he
you
got
guys
hit?
get for initiative?
I got a 21.
Whoa.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Oh man. Yeah, I got 4.
I got
9.
I got 18.
That's good. Okay. Damn it. It makes sense because I'm shocked that now Dr. Deputy is dead.
Okay. Whew.
What if we just don't go in? What
Stand in the hall?
Yeah, he has to come get
Blasted to
us.
death in a hall? Cool.
No, but
New
he'll
Rogue,
need
did
to come
you
out the
roll
door.
20, or did it just add up to 21?
And added up to 21.
Okay. Alrighty, so you are all looking, except for maybe Shadow Nemesis is now looking at a Dr. Deputy broken on the floor down the hall. You are looking into a large cavernous room. You can see in front of you there are stairs down into kind of a lowered, almost arena space. It's a round kind of circular space. It is about 10 feet down from where you currently stand. So there are stairs that go 10 feet down. They're about 10 feet long. Then there is the arena, which is about 35 feet circular. Then there are 2 staircases going up to a raised kind of viewing section, if you're looking at it, that's about 10 feet off above where the floor of the arena is. So it's looking like the stone underground built by an artificer version of the gladiator pit from Gladiator, the first one that he used that was more ramshackle and tiny. Inside this space, you are seeing that there are carpets laid over the floor. There is a fancy bed to the right. There's a fancy table in the center, but those are lowering down out of space. They are just lowering down into the floor and disappearing, being sealed shut over with wooden slats that slide into place. There's plush carpet everywhere else, but not in those areas. Denton Arthur is sitting with a mist stone of wisdom swirling around his head on his robot chair in RoboCop armor. You can see he is lowering a pistol to his side. Can you all roll me a perception?
Oh no.
It's my gun. I only got like 5 bullets.
8. I'm not doing well. I'm crispy.
13 for me.
18.
15.
Okay. Shadow Nemesis Adele, you were just having a time. Just you've got blasted with lightning. Dr. Deputy is down, but Tyler and New Rogue, you were paying more attention to the scene at hand, and you're realizing the pistol that is being lowered is not the gun that Shadow Nemesis has carried before. It looks like it has been craftily artificed, and within it is the Wand of Wonder that you guys have used before. That is the Wand of Wind Gusting or lightning
Fairy
bolting
fire,
things, turning things into fairy fire. You two can also see attached to one of the arms of the chair is what looks like a tube, similar to the pneumatic tubes that's been mounted in the arm, but inside it at the bottom is Dell's D&D Pokeball that is sitting in place there as well. There is a large barred, almost prison barred wall that has been raised into place that is preventing access to the stairs and has a gap over it that Denton Arthur can be seen through. He's up in the viewing area, but there is this barred wall that extends the full limit around the room with a gap in the center for him to look through that is separating him from the floor. Over Denton Arthur, you can see hanging your weapons. They're resting on hooks, just hanging over his head from the ceiling. He is at the same height as where you are now, but you have to go down into the arena and then across to him. But there are, interestingly enough, he has separated somehow, magically, your rapier from your RoboCop suit, Adam. So it is up and hanging on a hook. He has Tyler's greatsword up on a hook. Dell, he has the reality blade up on a hook over his head. They're about 9 feet above the floor that he is standing on. And he also has the +1 Warhammer, that gorgeous hammer that is normally carried by New Rogue. They are all floating over top of him in the space. But the thing that really stands out to you as you see chains relinquishing into the walls is a giant Frankenstein of a monster. Nearly 8 feet tall, with body parts stitched together from what look like creatures in the woods, possibly corpses, just a carpet of different colors and textures, crudely sewn together, misshapen, but with a gorgeous human head. Just a very pretty blonde woman with perfectly coiffed hair inside almost a fishbowl that has been bolted in at her neck to this body. And she just goes, and stomps down to the center of the room, staring up at you. And Denton Arthur goes, it's all right, honey. Once we take care of them, you'll get their bodies. You'll get their bodies. Beautiful. It's going to be the best. I'm so sorry. You can see that she is waiting for you in the center of this room, but she appears to be holding action. New Rogue, what do you do?
Okay. I think we're a little banged up. I would very much like to cast my prayer of healing right now. The hitch is it takes 10 minutes. I'm wondering if we can buy some time. From what I know, Denton's obsessed with technology, correct? Right?
Yep, that's been said.
Okay. Dell,
are you saying this as
I'm saying
New
this
Rogue?
is me. Yeah, I'm saying this is me, New Rogue.
No, but I want to be clear. Guy the player or New Rogue the character?
New Rogue the character.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Dell, you have a cell phone. Has he ever seen the cell phone?
I don't have it. I'm in my underwear.
Oh, right. Well, then my plan's fucked. I was going to use that to buy some time. Like, look at this. It's a cell phone. Okay. Then somebody else buy some time, and I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing.
I think that's.
I'm going to just confirm the rules.
I think that's
prayer.
like 600 turns.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, the average combat round is 6 seconds, but we're going to see 600 turns. Quick commercial break right there. As you settle in for 100 rounds of combat to cast this healing spell, the mist swirls up around you, new rogue. Can you roll me a d6?
Oh, okay. It's a 5, baby.
Yes! The mists swirl up around you and save you 99 rounds of combat, as this spell will be cast instantly in this one case, fueled by the mists.
Wow.
So let's find out the healing that is done, my friend.
Alrighty.
Watchers in the mist.
Wow.
Watchers.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of like slide Dr. Deputy into the ring of healing so he could heal as well.
Friends,
come here, buddy.
I feel supercharged by the mists. This is obviously from the Watchers. And
So
Ezra?
the prayer of healing will mean up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within 30 feet, which would be everybody, can regain 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Plus, I think you get a little bonus for being a cleric of Ezra because you have defined a cleric Ezra as a life god.
Yeah.
So roll 2d8.
Man,
Let's give it a shot.
come on. 99999.
Shot.
That's an 8.
Ooh.
And a 1.
An 8 and a 1
9.
puts me at full health.
9.
Yeah, I'm back at full health.
Help.
I will say, just to quick brain it for the sake of keeping things moving, we'll say that's 12 points of healing total. It won't push you over your total for those of you who are just healed back, but Del, you get 12 points
Thank
back.
you.
Yes.
I'm mobile again.
Don't thank me. Thank the Watchers.
No, all right.
You can if you want to, but that's
Watchers.
not required. New Rogue, are you planning on moving anywhere or just standing in front of the door staring into the room?
Good question. No, I kind of still want to stand with my back away until I come to a decision. Like, I feel like, if anything...
We could just say that you take a step to the right so you're out of line of sight if you want, or...
Yeah, that's perfect.
Great, you do that. So New Rogue has healed everyone and ducked out of sight through the door, which means it is time for Tyler. You were carrying a rifle. You were injured and healed within an instant, practically. What do you do?
I'm going to raise the rifle and make a tricky shot of trying to shoot Denton Arthur through his little viewing slat from way over here in the doorway.
Yeah.
Perfect. The viewing slat is almost 10 feet wide and about 3 feet tall. So you've got a solid ability to be able to aim through that. So take your shot.
All right. 15, and you say that's plus dex and proficiency?
Yes.
That's an 18 to hit.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Solid.
You will actually, due to the power of his throne that he is riding on that is subtly moving him and twisting him, you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh. So we'll take the 5 result plus 3 for 8 instead of 18.
The chair just spins and it pings off, protecting him instinctively. He says, "Ha! You shit!"
And I would also like to then go take cover.
Great. You do that. You duck into cover. Are you going on the same side of the door as New Rogue, or are you going behind the physical door that is swung out to the right of the door? Because he had said he was still left.
Like out of the doorway. Yeah. So
Great.
Yeah, not behind the door.
Great. So you're going to stack up on New Rogue. Next is Del.
Okay. I'm going to move. I'm going to stack up behind Tyler, hiding behind Tyler, putting my hand on his back. I'm going to use my bonus action to give Tyler bardic inspiration. And I'm just with my hand on his back. I'm like, this is a good idea. Maybe try shooting and we get you. You got this. You got this, Tyler. And then I'm like, pat. And with my normal action, I want to take out my piece of shrapnel. And since I am not near death's door anymore, I'm still like crispy hairs and crispy edges of my outfit. But I wanted to just like cut some blood on myself and talk to the ghosts, like use that as a way to talk to the ghost, because there's this whole Coliseum and there's like all these things that go up and down and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just want to ask the ghosts if there's any way to get to him or there's anything that they've seen, because if the ghosts have been down here while it's being built and all that stuff, I want to try and basically like get information from the ghosts that way and use my
That's very reasonable.
my
So
blood
I would
summoning
say
ghosts.
normally that would be an Arcana roll, but if you want to take your the damage that you normally would to enhance a spell, I would let you roll it as a Persuasion if you would prefer.
Yeah, that's that's exactly what I was thinking, is using the blood summon ghosts and doing Arcana, taking the damage, and then I get advantage on the Arcana check.
Sure, yeah, that works for me. Let's do that.
So, oh, thank God I rolled a 1. All right, a tiny nick. And then trying to ask, please ghosts, please ghosts. Okay, this is not working out for me. It's 11. But thankfully, I had advantage because the other one was a 1. But we had voice back.
Ooh. Okay.
Excuse me. The ghost of Werner Herzog appears in a blast of wind. Now, none of you other characters could see this, but Del, you can. And he's like,
Yes.
So I was talking to everyone. I guess you want to know what's going on in there. So what we know is there's a mechanical latch that lowers the prison bar part up at the top.
Okay.
So we know that, and he did something with the floor, but we don't know what it's linked to.
Okay.
And somebody's shut up. They keep yelling. Somebody said there's some trap of some kind, but I don't know what it is. And you don't know what it is either. Shut up, Rumpleforeskin. Shut up. They don't know either. Good luck.
Thanks, Turner. Thanks. Oh man, there's a lot of ghosts down here, Tyler. Apparently there's like a trap and something with the floor. But Werner said that there's a latch that'll raise up the thing in front of Denton Arthur, whatever. I don't know. I guess we probably shouldn't go in there until it's too bad.
How far away is the latch?
Denton Arthur reappears and it's like, sorry, I should have been more specific.
Werner Herzog reappears.
Sorry, who did I say? God damn.
Denton Arthur.
Oh, fuck me.
We win! Yay!
He's here.
Werner Herzog reappears as a ghost. He's like, sorry, I should have told you slightly more specifics based on how much blood you gave.
Thank you.
If it's on the roof, it's a hook that comes down and locks the whole kind of prison wall thing in. If you could get up on the roof and lift it, it would fall down.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You could have Shadow Nemesis do that, and then you should kill him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, there's a hook that's connected that if you could get on the ceiling and move it, it would get rid of that blocking. So maybe Shadow Nemesis, could you go walk on the ceiling over there?
Unlatch. I'm through the door. Do I hear this? I guess. Like
we're all hiding.
Yeah, Del, the door is about 4 feet wide, so yes, you can still hear that amount of distance with the door in the way.
Wait, what? There's a thing on the ceiling?
Yeah. If you go on the ceiling, there should be like Denton Arthur's hiding behind a big door, and we got to get it down. But just be careful because there seems to be traps in there. I don't know.
Well, as long as he didn't put traps on the ceiling, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, they didn't specify where the traps were.
Shadow Nemesis, it is your turn. What do you do?
So just so I'm picturing where Denton is, he's in like a box with like a grate in front.
If you were looking, if you were looking directly into the room, imagine you're standing in front of the door. You're looking. There are 10 feet of stairs that go down. Then there's the arena. Then there's a viewing area that is directly across. So yes, where you would be standing at the doorway, you'd be looking straight at Denton Arthur. But there is a massive kind of prison bar styled wall with a viewing hole in it that is blocking the floor and the ceiling to get to him. So if you wanted to get to him, you could have to crawl along the roof, down the bars and in. Obviously your friends couldn't do that, but you could crawl straight across the roof to the latch, according to what you've been told.
Right. And it's okay. So it's bars. It's not like a solid structure.
Correct.
All right. Well, last time I checked, fire can go in between bars. So I'm going to be like, I go, and I'm going to like scuttle on the roof. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to get to the latch. And
okay, let's be explicit here. You're going up to the roof. Yeah. And if you go through the door, the latch is 45 feet from the door. So it would take 2 moves to get to the latch.
Okay. All right. Tell you what, I'll move like around the side of the wall 30 feet. Because that's my, I can move 35 feet. Okay. I'll go 35 feet around the wall. And then I'll be like, I'll point my flamethrower at Denton. And I'll be like, you should have thought ahead. Because last time I checked, fire can go through bars, and I just want to roast him.
All righty. So you are firing with the flamethrower through the bars towards Denton Arthur. You are within 10 to 15 feet of the bars. So if you're angling a little bit, we'll say 15 feet of the bars. Yeah. And you're firing the flamethrower through it. So let's see how he does. Oh. He will take half damage because he is using his chair to shield himself. Can you roll me a d6?
D6, all right. That's a solid 2.
Great. And can you add your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity is 3.
Okay.
That chair is looking pretty rough.
He is lightly singed. You see some of his hair is burnt off, and it looks a little bit like he has a suntan, and he swears furiously, shaking off the damage that has been done. But you can see that you have slowed his chair a little bit. So that is working for you. So the chair is damaged, and he is functioning now in that way. You are at the roof, and he looks up at you and says, all right, so saw what that last gun did. Let's see what this one does. And he pulls out your RoboCop pistol and takes a shot at you.
Danger sense.
That does not help you with a bullet.
What?
That will be... That is a 14 to hit.
Well, my AC is 14.
Which means it hits.
Oh, no.
And that means it hits, because it does the same. So how much damage do your bullets do, Adam?
Oh man, how do I even calculate this again? Hold on a second. It's
2d10 plus the dexterity modifier, I think.
Revolver plus 3 is 2d10 plus 1.
Okay. So he fires the gun and hits you in the shoulder, and it does 8 damage to you as a bullet punches through your upper torso, and you spray blood across the roof.
Dang.
Hang on, Shadow Nemesis. Just hang on to that roof, buddy.
Do a healing spell again.
I need time. Don't rush me.
And you think you can take time. You think that you've got an advantage. You think that this door is keeping you safe. And that's when robots with flamethrowers start coming around the corners outside. We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Ah!
The robots burst around the corner, raise flamethrowers, and the mist swirls up around you. Del, could you roll me a d6 on behalf of the group?
Oh, why choose me? It's a 4.
Yay! The flamethrowers begin to fire from one side of the hallway, and the Nilbog jumps up and just wraps his mouth around the flamethrower, blowing up like one of those puffer fish full of fire. And on the other side, Rumpleforeskin kicks the other robot's head clean off and just says, "You guys better get in there, because I think it's going to get fucking crazy out here."
Yeah.
Yeah, if you take him out, maybe it'll take out the robots.
Good idea. Good idea. And I'm tugging on Tyler. Tyler pulling on Tyler's, I guess, your shoulder. You have no shirt on.
I said I had the padded shirt from wearing underneath armor. Yeah, so I'm Donald, like almost Donald Duck in it, in that I'm wearing a shirt and just underwear. Yeah.
Just tugging on your shirt.
Yeah.
And you see the Dr. Deputy, who is healed by New Rogue's spell, go, and run behind the door to hide. It's just close to the door, so he's just hiding out there now. But the rest of you are facing combat. Inside the room, Shadow Nemesis, you are standing on the ceiling. Are you crouched? What position are you, having fired this from the ceiling? Because for you, gravity doesn't matter the same way as everyone else.
I kind of thought of it that I would be, I was running along the side of the wall, and then on my next turn, I would kind of like go on the ceiling and get the latch.
So you are sideways on the wall. Yeah. You're close to the roof, or are you about halfway down, or how high up are you?
I am like super close to the roof.
Great. You're super close to the roof. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I have an 8-foot monster who has a reach of close to that again. Can you roll me an athletics as Denton Arthur's wife bellows and runs over and starts jumping up, trying to grab you on the wall and pull you down?
Danger sense, because I see a large monster.
This is not a trap, so no, because she's going to be jumping and reaching no matter what. If it was like an arrow trying to shoot out of the wall, the danger sense is like, oh, fuck. Whereas this is too engaged and active, because she shifts and moves towards you. It's not a fixed thing you can dodge.
All right. Athletics is a 7.
No. Well, normally her 10 would not solve the battle for her, but she's doing fine. So she reaches up and grabs you and hauls you down and smashes you into the floor. So you are going to take... You're going to take 4 points of damage. And you are grappled. She's pinning you and wrestling with you on the ground now. You just have a giant Frankenstein monster with fishbowl head pinning you to the floor.
Fishbowl head. All right.
New Rogue. You're out in the hallway with your friends ducked down, but it's clear that more robots are coming, so it is not safe out here. If you stop Denton Arthur, you might be able to stop the bots. What do you do?
All right. So I'm going to have to make my way in, but I'd like to make sure everybody has some form of protection on top of this, because there's traps inside. I was going to do this to Shadow Nemesis, but I couldn't. So this creature, this Frankenstein, counts as an undead, right? What'd you say?
Do you want to roll me either an Arcana or an Insight?
That's
to see if New Rogue knows.
All right. That's not helpful. It's an 8.
Looking at it, you're not entirely sure, but a pop culture reference comes to you as the mist swirls up around you, giving you a context for this creature that you were looking upon.
Okay, now, in the movie Frankenstein, 1993 version with Robert De Niro, he was really smart, not like the old Frankenstein from the 30s. So, based on that, still undead, even if it's science. And intelligence doesn't matter. It's undead either way, baby. Also, Robert De Niro was a really bad Frankenstein. He also killed wolves. Do you guys see that?
No. Did he do that in the movie, or is Robert De Niro a bad Frankenstein and also a wolf killer?
No, Robert De Niro was a bad grandpa, but he never killed wolves.
Okay. Bobby, you don't have to do that.
Frankenstein. Anyways, I'm going to... I'm just going to do this. I'm going to cast protection from good and evil, and I'm going to spell. I can cast it on one creature, but I have to touch them. Now, my friends count as creatures, right? We're all creatures. We're all bipedal people. Oh boy, who's feeling healthier right now, guys?
I mean, you can't hear that because you're getting slammed into the ground by a Frankenstein inside the room. But New Road, you are next to Dell and Tyler, who can answer this question.
I'm literally right behind you. Yeah, and Dell's right behind me.
Yeah, I poke my head out. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Who's closest? I'm not turning around. I'm focused on the prize.
Tyler.
Tyler's right behind me. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to lean my head back, and I'm just going to touch your head. Or actually, you're taller than me, so I'm going to touch like your midriff with my head. Please.
I'm not 6 feet taller than you.
No, but he's on his knee because remember he's knelt down on the floor to be door handle height. So if you're even stacked up. Midriff.
Oh, okay. Then just
no. I was backing you up. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay, I'm I'm doing my head then. Here it goes. Please worry not for any celestials or undead, for you will have protection with my protection from evil and good, baby.
So uncomfortable, having his head down there while I'm hearing all this.
What does that spell look like and feel like for Tyler as it takes hold?
It's a bunch of like giant hearts, like not the beating kinds you'd see in a biology textbooks, but like the ones from Valentine's Day, and they just like emanate like and they're pretty big. They're about the size of like little kickballs, and they just kind of like start like moving around his body, hugging it, gently kissing it, infusing their protection, and then they slowly just disperse as they feed into his body and dissipate.
Okay. That happens to you, Tyler.
You're protected. But I can also use a bonus action, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I see Adam's in harm's way, so I'm going to be like, don't worry, Shadow Nemesis. You will find your own sanctuary. Because I'm casting Sanctuary. That's what I'm doing. Sanctuary is you ward a creature within range against attack. Until a spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as explosion from a fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, this spell ends. So I would like to cast that on Shadow Nemesis if I could. It's a range is 30 feet and it lasts for a minute.
Yep. If you peek around the door, you can absolutely cast that on him.
All right. Let's get ready to rumble with sanctuary powers. And then I just beam my sanctuary juice.
And what does this spell look like for an opponent who is trying to attack Shadow Nemesis? Like what do they see when they are trying to make the attack that prevents them from doing so, or they have to battle through to get to him?
Right. It's going to be, in my mind, I think it's like a deception, kind of just like, it's like that other spell that clerics have, like you see multiple targets, but this is more like a different version where they're going to see basically my version of Ezra standing before Adam, a Shadow Nemesis, and makes them think twice because it's this holy creature, this beam of light in white with green and yellow, green, blue, yellow, these nice golden color, take two, these colors, including the golden aura that Ezra's known for.
Great. You successfully cast that spell. You still have movement available if you want to get out of the flamethrower hallway.
I'm going to
stay where you are if you prefer.
No, I'm going to rush in because I'm at full health.
Great.
So I'm going to rush in and hug, but I'm going to rush in and hug the nearest wall so I'm not going right onto the main floor and falling into any traps.
Great. So you're going down the stairs. Can you roll me a dex saving throw with advantage.
Oh, well, great. Come on, baby. Dex saving throw, huh? Okay, with advantage, that's a 9.
You make your way down the stairs and you try to sidle left to be careful. And that's when you feel the floorboards under your feet give way and you fall 10 feet down into a hole.
Oh!
You will take 4 points of damage.
Oh. Ow! I think I rolled my ankle, guys. It's not too bad, but ow! Annoying.
So you were trapped 10 feet deeper than the floor of the arena inside a 6-foot diameter circle.
Oh, fuck, I'm also trapped down here, guys!
Can you roll me a perception?
Yes, that is a 13.
13. You also realize as you reach out to touch one of the walls, it's very slippery, it's very sticky, it's very smelly. And when you take your hand back and look at it, you see that the walls have been smeared with mayonnaise.
Del, there's mayonnaise down here, Del! Mayonnaise!
Fucking mayonnaise.
Tyler, you're hearing cries of mayonnaise after broken wood and the sounds of wrestling going on in the distance. What do you do?
I look over my shoulder at the flamethrowers and I decide I'll take my chance with the mayonnaise. I'm going to run down the stairs.
The moment you hit the top of the stairs, you can look down and see that at the bottom of the stairs, hidden under the carpeting, is this 6-foot diameter hole that goes straight down.
Okay.
Can you roll me an insight? Or I would accept an investigation.
Okay. I'm going to, investigation's higher, but I'm going to say insight because insight feels more like instantaneous. I'm going to do, so that's 16 insight.
16. Okay. Your guess is you're seeing a number of things in this room that are all kind of magical items or items that your group had previously. The one thing you aren't aware of is you don't know the source of I don't think you didn't interact with the portable hole, did you?
I fell into it.
You fell into it. So you're aware that there is a portable hole. So then, yeah, you can actually put this whole thing together, which is like the portable hole is there. The mayo might be from the Alchemeo jug. Yep. You've seen him fire the Wand of Wonder. You've seen him fire the other gun. Like that's there. But you also realize as you look around, if there are more traps in the floor, they can't be or most likely aren't in the areas where you saw like the table go down or the bed. So there are some wooden exposed gaps in the floor through the area that you think are unlikely to be trapped.
Okay. I get up and I spot that. I just turn around to Del and I say, all right, I'm going to try and open that cage, give you guys a shot at him. And I'm going to run down to the bottom of the stairs where New Rogue fell into the pit. And before I hit the lip of that pit, so that's like 10 feet down.
Yep.
10 feet down the stairs. And so the platform is 10 feet above me or 20 feet above me?
So I don't know how much triangle math we want to get into, but the platform is about 35 feet from you. So I will say, even though it's 20 feet up or whatever, we'll just say that you could reach the latch if you're within 35 feet. If 35 feet will give it to you, you're good. Okay.
So 10 feet. I want to use my bonus action hex magic from being a hex blood being transformed into this creature. One of my hex magic spells are Misty Step. So that's my bonus action. So I want to use as much of my movement as I can safely. I don't know where the rest of these traps are. If I get to the edge of the hole that guy fell into and then Misty Step up on top to where the latch is, that's 30 feet Misty Step. Does that get me where I need to be, or do I need to travel further first?
You would need to travel further. So you could jump across the hole and then blast up if you wanted to try that.
Yeah, I'll try that. It's a 6-foot hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Roll me an athletics with advantage. The DC is going to be super low. This is really just it doesn't go bad roll more than anything else.
Oh, no.
My highest roll, athletics, is 7.
Well, you do have bardic inspiration still that I gave you if you do want to use it.
Oh, that applies to skills. I thought it was for combat only. Okay.
It's ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
And it's a D6?
Yeah.
I'll use it. 7 is going to put me down there with New Rogue. We're going to be Mayo buddies down there. It's another 2 for 9. And there goes the bardic inspiration. Get rid of that.
Tyler, you leap across. Can you roll me a dex saving throw?
All right, man. That's a 7.
No.
You leap across and you realize you are not going to make it. But if you can time this spell perfectly, you could just get the far distance and before you fall, blast yourself up. And then you can't quite do it and you fall down a hole. So you are at the bottom of the hole with New Rogue. You take 2 points of damage.
Is your ankle okay, buddy?
Nope.
There we go. I'm so mad. Like, yeah, I hit the floor and it's probably Mayo down there too, right? Not just the walls. It's probably pooling. Gravity is a factor. Down. Yeah. So I just get down. I'm covered in Mayo. I'm like so mad and indignant. I'm just like, fuck. And I just, I say, New, I don't have anything to get you out of here. Give me a second. Can I use Misty Step as my bonus action now?
Absolutely.
Okay, but I'm not going to get, that's 10 feet down, so I'm not going to get up there. I'm going to get up and I'm going to be in the middle of this arena.
But Tyler,
What?
Couldn't you just like, you're easily like, what? You're like 8 feet or something tall, 6. You're a tall fella. Why don't you just jump on my shoulders? Like you can get out of this thing like very easily. You could even plunge your rifle in and climb up, right?
Yeah, maybe. Look, whatever it is, I'm going to climb up there and we're going to be an open target. So let's see how much this guy likes his stupid wife. And I'm going to use my action for my other hex magic and cast Disguise Self. And I saw her face, so I'm just going to put her face on my head.
Whoa.
And I'm going to Misty Step up to the top of the thing. And I'm not going to like rub it in his face or anything like that, but I'm in the open and I'm done with moving. I'm done with actions. I'm going to end my turn there. I'm going to turn around and try to help New Rogue up out of the pit with the gambit that hopefully he won't shoot me because I look like his dead wife.
Great. Are you on the stair side, I imagine, so that he's seeing your face the whole time instead of yeah. Great. So you're at the bottom of the stairs trying to help New Rogue up. You have his dead wife's face.
So mad.
Thanks, miss.
Oh.
Yeah, you see me put it on before I go up.
Can you roll me an athletics, New Rogue?
Oh.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
I'm going to say you kneel down and then just vault him up, Tyler. You had enough movement that I was like, you moved down 10, you jumped 6, you fell, but you Misty Step up and we'll let you use that last movement along with the action. So New Rogue is now up and beside you.
Okay.
New Rogue, you stare down Denton Arthur through the observation slot in his prison wall. Shadow Nemesis, you are being slammed into the ground, but there is now magical intervention around you. Tyler, you look at Denton Arthur wearing his dead wife's face. And Del, it's time to join the battle. And we'll call that the end of our first episode. We did it.
Ooh.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, The Gator Family, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Dan the Welshman, Afflicto Gaming, Aiden, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.